Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, June 30th, 2025. This is your update for Tuesday the 1st. All right, let's go. Well, as far as new setups, let's keep this VG. There are some super speculative issues in here. I did take off the math, getting thinner and thinner by the day on that one. We'll take a look at that in just 1 second. Okay, day in the portfolio. Go ahead and bump your stop on K-Toast. A little too early to get excited about the IPT, but certainly keep an eye out for it, especially based on the magnitude of the run. And I'll flesh that out in just 1 second. As far as official setups, let's stick with the VG. I like this way it's kind of pulled back in here nicely after a bit of a TKO type of move. Also kind of a cup and handle and an IPO. So it's got quite a few things going for it. Take a look at math. You can see it getting kind of thin in here, or it's been kind of thin lately. It still looks good. It's just kind of thin, so be super careful should you decide to continue to go after that one. A lot of speculative issues setting up in here. BTM, that's Bitcoin. Obviously, HOVR, that's defense, HV of 161. Kind of interesting, though. Took off, came back in. Cheapy, obviously. But anyway, you can see lots and lots of very speculative issues. But we should see more and more and more stocks setting up with the market doing better and better. Let's take a look at the portfolio, and then we'll pop out to the overall market, take a look at all that good stuff. KGC, nice little bounce back there. As you likely know, this was my dead money example, so let's not start kissing each other just yet, but 1 or 2 more days and we could be brand new closing highs on that one, so keep an eye out for the IPT. K-Toast, not a bad day there, closing at all-time highs. I'm not going to argue with that. 50, what is it, 50 even is the IPT, so obviously we start getting close to that. Feel free to lock and load. I like this kind of a triple top knockout pullback sort of pattern in TFPM, as I said on Friday. But nice little bounce there. Let's take a look at the overall market and drill down a bit. First of all, S&P 500 didn't set the world on fire, but 0.5% at all-time highs is 0.5%, so that's much better than a poke in the eye. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ Composite, decent day there too. Also closing at all-time highs. Qs also closing at all-time highs. What about the Rusty? Well, not really. Just kind of Flatsville there. Not a whole lot to get excited about. Below lots and lots of overhead resistance. MAG stalled out a little bit. Not the end of the world, but is stalling a little bit at overhead supply. There it is. So you can see a little bit of an opening gap reversal. We won't get too excited about that. Not too far away from all-time highs. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. Got a funny looking line down there. You can see NVIDIA kind of flat, but just off all-time highs, or right at all-time highs, I should say. So nothing to, so that's obviously a good thing when you got a big company like that, well-watched company. Financials, bam, winning all-time highs. So that's certainly a good thing. Telecom, you guessed it, all-time highs there too. So overall, things certainly continue to improve. Gold bouncing back nicely in this high-level consolidation. Gold stocks looking a little bit better than gold itself. Nice little bounce back there. We're not too far away from all-time highs. Obviously, though, you still have to get there. As I said a second ago, most areas looking pretty good. Semiconductors up a smidge, and they're just off of all-time highs. So we're just almost there in the semis. Bonds have been bottoming out as of late. Multi-week highs, almost multi-month highs. Depends on how you want to count that. So that's certainly a good thing. So far, those lows obviously have continued to hold. Uranium up a little right here at closing at multi-year highs. So that's obviously a good thing too. Platinum, a little bit of a bounce here, trying to rally out of a pullback. So these rare earths in general have been doing fairly well as of late, along with silver and gold. We'll take a look at silver. Bam, you can see a little bit of a rally there. So far, just kind of pulling back. A little choppy lately, but that's what metals, that's how metals usually are, is what I'm trying to say. Defense still winning. Look at that, all-time highs once again. So we'll likely see more and more setups there. So far, that's a really nice persistent uptrend. Cloud computing, a little bit of a rally there, pushing into this overhead supply. So again, overall, things continue to improve. Let's take a look at broker-dealer, and then we'll wrap it up. Look at that, accelerating higher. Hood and several other ones just absolutely banging out new highs with a little bit of vigor. So let's continue to look to get long. Obviously, keep an eye out for those IPTs, honor your stops, wait for entries, and all the good things that I normally preach. Everybody have a fantastic night. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much.